Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you were doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for Pan in Every Palette. This project was originally created by Lady Pans a Lot. This type of project has been done many different times in many different ways by many different people, but this particular hashtag Pan in Every Palette was created by Lady Pans a Lot, and I will leave links to everybody down below who has joined in on this project along the way. As the name suggests, we are trying to hit a pan in every palette we own. I am working on 4 at a time. It is going quite slow, but I persevere nonetheless. I don't have any new pans for today. The most exciting thing that I can mention for today, because I don't have anything too exciting, but the thing that is exciting for me is that I'm finally back to working on my Shade and Light palette. I had to put this away for about 2 months while I worked on another product, but I'm back to working on this. So I'm really happy about that. And I do like these powders. I don't want to admit it, but these powders do work really well for setting my under eyes. They just make me look a little bit more bright-eyed, a little bit more awake, maybe a year or two younger than I actually am. I don't know what it is, but I'm happy to be working on this again. It's only been a few days, so for the month of August, I got 5 and 4. So I got 5 uses for this first shade and 4 uses for this yellowy second shade. I know they look very similar from your vantage point, but they are different. This is more of a creamy pinky shade and this one is like a banana shade. And I like to do a swipe in each one to set my under eyes. So I use this one 5 times, I use this one 4 times. I don't know which one I'm gonna hit pan in first, but when I do, that's when this palette is going to roll out of this project. I'm guessing it's gonna be this one first. I have a slightly larger dip on that first shade than I do on the second shade. So either way, I'm going to keep going. Now that I finished that other product, I am going to be using this every day again. So hopefully I will start making some good progress on this once again. It was hard to put this away for a couple months, but I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I finished that other product I was working on, which was in my Labor of Love It project pan. So back to working on this, but not a lot of uses for this month. Next, let's talk about my Too Faced Life's a Festival palette. I used the shade I'm trying to hit pan on, which is this top one called Fun in the Sun. I used that 3 times, and I used this shade here called Beamin' 1 time, probably for an inner corner highlight. Fun in the Sun is getting a dip as well, a slight dip. It's so hard to hold this, but yeah. There's a slight dip forming there. I usually apply this with my finger, so it's not like I'm taking a brush and just attacking one spot. It's kind of a big dip, but I am still absolutely loving this shade very, very much. It's so versatile. I just love it, but I still have a ways to go before I hit pan, I'm guessing. But I did get 3 more uses in on that one this month. For my Pat McGrath La Vie en Rose palette, I got 2 more uses on this shade. Right here. So, I need to get going on this, don't I? 2 more uses. I'm happy with 2 uses, but I need to get a lot more than 2 uses. I do wish I had more than that, but I did get 2 uses in. I'm running out of excuses. The palette that I reached for the most over the past month, though, was this guy. I am falling in love with this palette in a way that I never thought I could. I'm feeling emotions that I didn't think this palette could give me. I am loving this palette. The shade I'm trying to hit pan on is New Wave, which is this one right here. I do tend to use Dawn quite a bit also because I feel like Dawn makes a pretty good transition shade, and then I apply this in the crease. I pretty much want to reach for this palette every single day. My instinct, out of all the makeup I'm currently project panning, or all the eyeshadows I'm currently project panning, my instinct right now is to reach for this one every single day. And I often have to stop myself and say, now Paula, you are panning a palette. You have this other project. You have these other eyeshadows you should be working on. And then I have to stop and come up with something else because this is really what I want to wear every day. So that being said, I didn't get that many uses in. So over the past month, I got 5 uses for Dawn in and 6 uses for New Wave. I can't show you, it's not gonna show it. I'm putting my brush down in this corner right here every single day. It is getting pretty deep. I actually think I might have pan on this by next month, which I'm happy about. I mean, that's the whole point of this project, but I'm also kind of sad about it because I'm kind of in love with that shade. From the time I purchased this palette, I really felt like it wasn't a palette I'd want to pan, or like it wasn't a palette that I really felt that stood alone. But when I just take 1 or 2 shades at a time and I don't look at the palette as a whole, it is so much more manageable for me, and I just love this palette. I have found some complete eye looks in this palette as well, which I didn't see initially, but by just taking this one shade and just attacking this one shade and then pairing that one shade with other shadows that are singles or from other palettes, I've been having much more fun than I ever thought I would. I know a lot of people do not want to go through the trouble of digging through multiple palettes and multiple eyeshadows from different sources every morning. They want to just go to one palette, but it's so much fun for me to do that and to come up with these different combinations. And I could see myself doing that with other shadows from this palette as well. I really loved pairing this green shade down here with the bright green from my Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. I remember doing something with Mercury too. I can't remember what it was. I feel like I had come up with a look using Mercury alongside a different palette or eyeshadow as well. I don't remember what it was, but that's kind of how I see myself using this palette and enjoying it, is not as a whole unit, but just taking one shadow and pairing it with other eyeshadows that I already own. That's what's been really fun for me. So I think I might have pan by next month if I could use it 5 or 6 more times. I don't think it's gonna take too much more to get there. We will see. Hopefully, it's been a while since I've had a pan in a palette because of this project. So it would be really good to have some good pans for next month. I will keep working on these eyeshadows, but in the meantime, this is the update for this month. Oh, what the heck? But in the meantime, here is a quick update for this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.